Hi guys, welcome to the new Forever Mood headquarters. Come on in. So this is the first official day in our new Forever Mood headquarters. You've never seen this space. Well, you might have seen it in some of my content, but you've never really seen this space. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a reason for that. It was cute, but it wasn't that cute, okay? This is a home office, and this is where my Forever Mood team works every single day. And I just knew that eventually, when we had the bandwidth, mentally and emotionally, we were gonna completely transform this space, and we've finally done that. It's our first official day back in here. It's been months in the making. We've made so many changes, and I'm so excited to walk you guys through them because we killed it. And I do have to also say shout out to our designer. Her name is Fevin, who we're friends and we follow each other. So she already knew my style. And when I told her that I wanted to remodel my office, she knew exactly what to do. And honestly, I also have to say shout out to my man. Like, most of the creative design inspo came from him and most of the approval came from him. And we really worked collaboratively to make this space what it is now. I'm so excited because I just have never really let you guys into the space, and now you get to see where we create a lot of the magic behind our campaigns, our scents, our fragrances, and yeah, so let's get into it. So moving into this office, addressing the overall ambiance and what the lighting fixtures were in this space was so important. Originally, there was these like silver lanterns, and if you know anything about Africans, baby, we do gold in this family. So immediately had to get rid of those. And there's a combination of chandeliers and also LED lights, and we changed them all to beautiful daylight bulbs, which really complement all of the white built-ins and the colors and shades of the overall aesthetic and vibe of the office. And I told my designer that I wanted something that was low maintenance, but still felt pretty and fit the overall aesthetic. So the chandeliers we have now are these like wooden beaded chandeliers. I just love how they frame the space and provide lighting, but also aesthetic at the same time. So much like our fragrances that, as you know, embody moods, vibes, aesthetics, so will this office. So I'm gonna bring you to the next part, which is known as NDA. Get into it, because how can our office not also embody the moods that our fragrance does? This corner area, if you will, is the NDA desk. This is where checks are getting cut and are signed, things are being executed. This is this beautiful, huge, new custom oak. I cannot even tell you, like, I'm honestly trying to be really modest. The table is tea, like, get into it. It's custom made. Who's doing it custom? Everybody is, but okay, well, give me that one thing. The previous office space, we didn't have like one place where we can all connect, talk, throw candles and fragrances across from each other, smell and explore. And so first and foremost, creating a table that will allow us to do that was one of the most fun parts of this project. And it's just huge, it's luxe, it's stunning. We have new office chairs and they're really good quality. Yeah, they feel easy to clean and they're like a matte finish, so love them. A little bit more details about the table. As you can see, when you look down at the base, there's this fluted design. Whenever I think of details like this, I think modern. I definitely think just a little bit more contemporary. And so to me, that definitely stood out. And that was courtesy of, like I said, my designer, Fevin. As far as the design is staged, I grabbed one of my favorite materials. I had to stop myself from filling this entire office with it, is travertine. This is actually a tray that I got from RH. I have this version, which is the small version, and then I have a really big one. So I just grabbed the small one and put it right here. And also added my travertine coasters, Amazon, because we mix and match in this household. One thing is high end, baby, and the other thing is low end. So, and yes, we will be using coasters because the table is new. And then of course, we have to have a candle lit. Right now we have champagne showers. It's summer. It's a celebration also. Now we're gonna move over into the Forever Mood wellness space, AKA where we ignite. That's the mood of the day. And yeah, let's go see the gym. Ooh, jump scare. I know, not too much though. Let's take a quick moment to talk about today's video sponsor, Upwork. I want to jump in to talk about two very important things. One, while we're on the topic of being a brand founder and being a business owner, I want to take a quick moment to talk about single-handedly the most challenging thing about being a brand founder that literally no one tells you, by the way, before you get into this. There's no rule book, there's no handbook. I understand there's degrees for this. I get it. Not everybody had access to that kind of stuff. But an unexpected thing about being a brand founder and an entrepreneur is hiring freelance talent, hiring employees in general. And you know what? A lot of entrepreneurs get so caught up in this illusion and idea of being self-made, which isn't impossible. I'm not saying that, but I will be honest and say something that a lot of people don't like to admit is it's like, yeah, you can be self-made, but like self-made with an asterisk. You're only going to be able to get so far. You can only do but so much by yourself. Do you see where I'm going with this? It really takes an incredible team of talented, like-minded individuals that you also have to be willing to learn from in order to get past a certain point in your business or shatter through glass ceilings. Like, I'm just telling you, people can rave about, I did it all myself, I got out the mud. Like, you can, but only but so much, which is exactly why I want to get into today's sponsor, Upwork. If you're not familiar with Upwork, Upwork is a platform where you can find freelance talent in so many different areas and departments that you can think of. Maybe that roster is long. You can find freelance talent for damn near anything you can think of. I just want to say, I feel like there's several different things that makes hiring talent difficult for me. I'm sure this answer is probably different from person to person. One, because I'm a woman, because I'm young, and because I'm a content creator. The reality is a lot of times people don't think working for an influencer-led or influencer-founded brand is something to be taken serious. And it's not typically something that gets talked about, but you end up with candidates and freelance applicants who either want to replicate what I'm already doing, but that's not necessarily what you want to look for when you're hiring someone, right? Or they just don't take you serious because you're a content creator and because you're a woman. Like, how dare you tell me what to do? There's just so many different pitfalls that I'm constantly having to juggle as a woman. And mind you, I'm a co-founder. Me and my husband own our brand. I'm a co-founder and we both still struggle with these things. That's where Upwork comes in. The Upwork roster goes long. They got listings and job opportunities for pretty much anything you could think of, which is very important right now. Upwork is also efficient because the same platform that you're using to find your talent, you can also hire them and pay them through Upwork. When you own a company, time is money. The more efficient, the better. I got stuff to do and multiple people to pay. My co-founder, AKA Dennis, has been a believer and user of Upwork for some time now, actually. Ever since we first started Forever Mood. As someone who used to freelance myself, as you guys know, my background was makeup artistry. I would have really benefited from a platform like Upwork existing because it makes finding work and putting yourself out there way more accessible. Like, let's say you live in a town where it's really difficult to meet people. I don't know, like this, honestly, 15, 20 years ago would have did numbers for me. And what really stands out about them with Forever Mood is we are a small business. I know that sometimes people think that it's hard to see it that way when you're in Sephora and when the founder has a lot of followers, but no, for tax purposes, we are very much still considered a small business. And being a small business means sometimes you cannot always necessarily handle hiring people for every single role within the company. So a lot of times we end up relying on platforms just like Upwork to find people who can freelance for us for maybe a one-off opportunity or job or task. So if you're having a hard time finding quality, emphasis on quality, because Upwork has like a ratings and reviews system, which is T, by the way. Because yeah, I want to know what people are saying about your work ethic, consistency, and like we're all looking for different things. So if you're starting a business and don't know where to start, or you already are in the thick of it and you're having a really, really hard time, same girl, same. Finding quality freelance talent, I would absolutely suggest Upwork. Nobody can do it alone. Like, I don't care how much you admire someone. Nobody builds anything on their own. You have to have a good quality team around you. And even if it means trying some people, you know, like give yourself the flexibility of trying people. And I love that Upwork gives entrepreneurs like myself the opportunity to do exactly that. Also, give yourself the grace of remembering that building anything great takes time. But baby, Upwork is not going anywhere and neither are them freelance candidates. And if access to quality freelancers is something that you thought you did not have access to, I'm here to tell you that is incorrect because Upwork is sitting right there. Like I said, that's probably the one thing I actually wish I knew before I even started Forever Mood, because finding the people to work with is something that I would have probably, not that Dennis and I weren't focused on it before the brand, we absolutely were, but I think I probably would have shifted. I mean, I don't know, hindsight is 2020. Like you can only do with so much. I gotta give myself some credit. Oh, this eye look is nasty. This eye pigment from Brilliant Cosmetics though, oh, gag. Like, what? So freaking pretty, especially over a black base. There's just something about a black base. So if you've been following me for some years, you already know my positioning and like how I feel about generally supporting Black owned businesses. It is battle for debate around here. Like, it's just a top priority for me, and it always has been. But now that I'm a brand founder, oh my God, baby. Heavy, even more so on doing exactly that, especially right now, y'all. Like, anytime I could talk about or uplift a small business right now more than ever. The economy is, as you guys know, a hot mess. It really is a hot mess. And who do you think is almost always disproportionately affected by stuff in the economy? Black founders, always. I'm gonna use my Empowered palette from Huda Beauty, and using this deep plum color, Confident. I'm gonna take her in my outer V area. I don't know if she's gonna do what I need her to do. I probably should have did this before I added this pigment. These pigments, they're usually like the last thing you gotta put on. They don't blend that great, but I think it's doing something. Yeah, it's doing something. I'm gonna just have to really pack that color on. I wanted to use this plum in my crease because my makeup technique, or like my signature, I guess you can say, is like, I like when my crease color matches my blush and my lip. I like when those three things connect. And this blush I use for this look is so freaking stunning. I literally planned this entire look around this blush, full stop. It's this blush. Patrick Ta. Who told you this gold is freaking hard? Who told you to do this? How dare you? I even did it before. Look, I put a little bit of under cheek, a little bit. Just like, what? Like, it's looking very peacocky-sha. My man is taking me out. Stop. Like, don't play with me. He has no choice. I'm going out tonight. These two colors together, like, on my mind. This green and this deep plum, like, two colors. They're not unlikely pairings. Like, my brain is thinking unlikely pairings, but no, they're actually very likely. They're actually very likely. I'm just really loving what this is doing to my crease, and I really can't wait to see what this looks like on my complexion once I'm done with my foundation. Then I need like a little transition shade, like a really light one though. I don't want this plum to get lost. So I'm gonna take Rebel because this has pinkness in it, just in our transition around that blush. So just so it looks more seamless, more airbrushed, more natural, not natural, you know what I mean? It just looks less harsh, you know? And I feel like we need to keep the purple train going. So with Confident, I'm lining my top lash line, mainly in the outer. You know what? I think she needs a base to lift her a little bit. One of my new favorite things I've discovered this year is burgundy eyeliner. This one from Laura Mercier is called Cocoa, and it's not brown. It's actually like reddish brown. Like, it's actually burgundy. It's beautiful. It's stunning on dark skin. And because I want to see more of the red, I just want to lift some of that color and confidence. So I'm gonna like lay this down first, so she has something to stick to. Yeah, see, immediately it already looks more purple. Now let's put Confident on top, and then we're gonna see more of it. That's exactly what I wanted. Yup. Concentrating that liner right at the middle of my pupils is giving my eyes like a subtle little lift. This never steals me wrong, baby. I really want to jump back on this topic of entrepreneurship. By the way, this is the shade, I think, Courage. Just kidding. Oh, Courage. Okay, so I use two. I use Courage, which is a little bit lighter, but I use Strength to kind of like lay the groundwork, you know what I mean? I'm real big on balance, and having a business with your spouse, your partner, it's not easy as in like he's a terrible person. No, it's actually incredible because I trust his business acumen. Well, first of all, when it comes to business and finance especially, he's way smarter than me. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Like, I'm smarter at other things, but there are some areas where other people can be better than you at them. And I'm okay saying that and being like, you know what, you do it. Because that ain't in my wheelhouse, baby, that ain't my wheelhouse. Having a brand with your spouse really does mean you have to be intentional with, again, people who work with you and work for you, get into it. But like quality time, like Dennis he's not the best at like work-life balance, but I also think it's because it's not that he doesn't prioritize work-life balance. He's all work right now. I think that when you're really passionate about something, you do have those like months, years where like that's all you hyperfixate on. That is the era that he's in right now with Forever Mood, and I'm okay with that because I know that one day he won't have to be so hyper fixated on being damn near glued to his computer and his phone. Baby, the way we live together, I barely see him. Like, get off that damn computer. Let me tell you something. It's them people with standing desks that are really, you know how they say the strongest people in the world are Pilates princesses? Yeah, that's true too. But the people you really need to be afraid of are people with them damn standing desks. They don't fear nothing. Nothing will pry them off that damn desk. Okay, those be the people that be highly motivated and focused, baby. Dennis just works a lot, which which means we have to really be intentional about like how we spend time with each other and like when is work hours, when is not work hours. And I'm the enforcer of, baby, it is not work hours right now. I'm not signing that. I'm not talking about that. You can catch me tomorrow morning, but it's just not work hours right now. And when Jackie says it's not work hours, it's not work hours. Now that also doesn't mean I can get him off that damn computer, but it just means like I'm opting out, you do you, and like we'll discuss it tomorrow. And that's something that I think is so important doing this with a partner, because if you don't, you're gonna have like a really hard time figuring out when is together time and like when is work time. Don't let the two times bleed into each other. Pick one and stay there. That is my hill. That's how you make it work and you find balance. I'm loving this look. It's looking so beautiful. Oh, and speaking of which, Dennis told me earlier that the first time he used Upwork was to hire graphic designers. So if you're a graphic designer and you're looking for another platform to showcase your work, or if you're looking to hire a graphic designer, definitely check them out. Lancome, this concealer is such a banger. I just have one humble kind, just one little baby request from Lil on me. Okay, so the shade that I use is like 460, and then I think the shade after that is 500, right? That's my face shade. I fear 460 isn't highlighting enough. I mean, I live for the formula. I really do. It's like a second skin and it's a medium coverage. I would not describe this concealer as buildable. It's definitely like a strong medium coverage. Once you put it on, it kind of doesn't budge. Can't really build it up, which I love. I don't mind that it's not buildable. The colors though, like 460 and then there's 500. And I almost feel like 460 is so close to my face shade. Like I just want one more that's golden, olivey, and can really highlight me, like really go there with me. Because I feel like the shades before 460 are like so jarringly light. Like, I don't know, I think we need a shade in between 460 and 500. That's my hill. So what my man doesn't know is how he's taking me on a date. Speaking of work-life balance, one of my favorite things to do is I'll just like, if I'm bored, I'll just get in my room, sit down, put on a full face of makeup. And then when I'm like halfway done, I'll get up, I'll find Dennis and I'll be like, babe, I'm almost ready. I just need 20 more minutes. And then he'll be like, 20 more minutes for what? And I'll be like, you told me you were taking me out to dinner, remember? And he'll be like, oh, I guess I forgot. And I'm like, how could you forget? What about me and him? We'd be having fun. And I mean, he eventually caught on, but the way that man literally don't care, like he loves me. If I say we're going to dinner, we're going to dinner. He just does not care. He's just here for a good time. Like, we just both be here for a good time. I love that for us. So yeah, try that on your man. Go put on a full face of makeup, say nothing first. And then when you're like halfway done, give him a time check. Hey babe, already in 30 minutes. And he'll be like, what? And then he'll be like, damn, like, did I forget to book a reservation? Literally, that's what he does. He'll immediately go book a reservation. He'll just find some place and book a reservation. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I like to hear, because let me tell you something. You're never gonna convince me that dating should stop when you're with someone. I don't care how long you're with someone. Dating should never stop, because why would it stop? You love someone, right? So just find ways to continue to spend time with them. It's important. This is looking so beautiful. Strong blush supremacy. I don't really want to hear nothing else. Haven't even set the face yet. Get into it. Let's really actually talk about it. Let's really unpack it. Put the makeup on, please. Whenever people ask me makeup questions, the funny thing is, like, I feel like most problems could be solved by just wearing more of it. You know what I mean? And that's in general, wearing more perfume. Your perfume's not lasting. You're probably not wearing enough of it. Your blush isn't lasting. You're not putting enough on. Your foundation disappears by hour 3. You're probably not wearing enough of it, you know? There's just so much to unpack there. Let's finish this up. Oh my God, this red in my waterline. Oh, wow. This look is even more stunning with this burgundy in my waterline. What the heck? Why am I acting so brand new right now? I just love this look. That same blush, the one that we still haven't even put on my face, by the way. I've done everything but this blush, but use it as an actual blush. I'm gonna take this on my bottom lash line because I really kind of like what it's doing right now. Love. Charisma from this palette has gotta be like hands down one of my favorite golds right now. Definitely. It's just so 24 karat and pretty. And this is finally what I've been waiting for. Whoa, I got a little scared. Hold on, let me blend that out, let me blend that out, let me blend that out. Oh my God, I think I was a little too aggressive in that spot real quick. Oh, oh my God, I can do this. There's nothing I can't do. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Let's blend it out, let's blend it out, let's blend it out. Okay, we're getting better. It's beautiful. Oh, wow, and even prettier on camera. Like, wow, that's so pretty. I'm gonna finish off this look with the powder milk spray from One Size. I actually really love the spray. 1 coat of the original. Then I'll do like a really light hazing of the powder melt. Like I just want it to kiss my skin. I don't want to drench my skin, I want to kiss it. For my lip, I'm gonna use Broadway from Makeup by Mario. I actually haven't used this pink in a while. Oh, did I really wanna go that bright? I don't know, girl. My vibe is I can do a bright lipstick, but I'm always gonna finish with like a milky pink. The glam is done. It turned out even prettier than I envisioned in my head. Like, it's exactly what I wanted it to look like. I hope you guys enjoyed this very real and candid conversation about entrepreneurship, the ups, the downs, the struggles, the good, bad, and the ugly. Because listen, the good is very fun to talk about, obviously, but there are also some very real and human parts about being a brand founder that I really do enjoy being candid and transparent about. And thank you again to Upwork for sponsoring this portion of the video and making videos like this possible. Now let's get back into the tour. And this is Ignite, AKA my home gym. So this is actually connected to the office space. And believe it or not, y'all, this was initially a garage. Okay, this was actually a garage, full garage door and everything. And it is now, well, we were always using it as a gym, but you know, with the garage door situation, it just messes up the vibe. So we had to dead that. We had to dead that quickly. But Dennis and I both collectively discussed like what exactly would we even do with the home gym if we actually turned it out and remodeled it and did all that. And so it took some curating, and I've also dramatically changed a lot of my personal lifestyle in the past 2 years. I'm glad I did that first because now I know exactly what I wanted and really honestly didn't want in a gym. And so that's exactly what we have now. There's so many things that have changed, from the custom built-ins that we've added, and again, the gold hardware. We also changed the floor because it was a garage. It was actual garage floors and there was no mirrors, which wasn't gonna work for me because not only am I a Leo, I'm very much into looking at mirrors, but when I work out, like I need to make sure my form is proper. I need to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. And so the first thing I wanted to do was have custom built mirrors installed and to get the floors changed because concrete is very uncomfortable to work out on. One of the most exciting features of this gym, which is really Dennis's project, his vision, his idea, is this sickening custom mirror. If it looks familiar, it may or may not look familiar. And if it doesn't look familiar, you need to go on Sephora.com and get into it. But the mirror is designed to match the shape of our fine fragrance perfume bottle. So it is this gorgeous custom diamond shaped mirror shape.
One important thing I would say is that we had to do like 3 or 4 alterations with this. Oh. And actually the beautiful thing about this project was that before they actually did the cutout for the mirror, they did it on a cardboard. And they bought it initially, and because if you remember, babes, remember I was gonna do 2?
Yeah.
I was gonna do 2 on each wall. And then when he came with it, I just felt like it got too congested and aesthetically it was overwhelming. I was like, you know, just want one big statement.
Yeah. You know when you buy a house and there's things that have no business being as expensive as they are? Window treatments are expensive as hell, okay? And we didn't just pick a color out of a book. We actually custom matched them. We wanted the drapes to match the curtains out. No, I'm just kidding. We wanted these to match. We wanted these to match the cabinetry. So we didn't want a color that was like too warm, too cool, too ashy. It just had to be just right. When you use light color, sometimes light colors can kind of like blend in the background. That means you have to gag the girls with texture. So if it's gonna be light in color, it has to be unique in texture. And I definitely feel like the drapes do exactly that. But also the glass doors open up all the way to one side. I absolutely love working out with the garage door open, but now that it's no longer garage door, I can just open my sliding window all the way open. It's my favorite thing. Listen, A lot of black people, one, y'all don't wear sunscreen, it's the first issue. But a lot of y'all are vitamin D deprived, okay? Get fresh air, go outside, open them windows. If you can work out outside, please do. So yes, that's my little outside of the moment is working out, going into my gym, opening my sliding door. I get plenty of fresh air and it's really nice. It's actually a really, really nice change of scenery, especially for someone who works from home and tends to just be like snuggled in. When I'm here, I feel like I'm at one with nature, so it's nice. So as far as actual gym equipment, if it looks empty, that's because it is. I usually just work with a mat, and Dennis will, as we continue to live in the gym, slowly incorporate more of the personal equipment that he uses. So yeah, I mean, the great thing is in the meantime, it's still very clean. It almost kind of feels like a dance studio, which I love, but I actually wanted to make a quick nod to this TV. I know you've seen every influencer and their mama talk about this TV. Listen, I don't work with LG. They don't even know I exist. I was influenced, okay? I was one of the girls who was influenced. The last thing I want to talk about is, again, we cannot talk about the gym without ambiance. The gym is the ambiance. Like, it is very much a part of the storytelling picture when we talk about fragrance. One of my favorite candles to work out with is Matcha Besties. Let me tell you something. If you don't have a workout candle, I highly advise you to get one. And Matcha Besties really allows me to just get into it when I'm working out. So that's been a fun thing that I've recently started incorporating now that we actually have a livable gym. Let's get into the cabinetry because like I told you, the gym is an extension of the office, which once again is an extension of the house. And there was no cabinetry in here whatsoever. I told you it was a garage, literally no storage whatsoever. And so Dennis and I, we have a lot of equipment and like light weights and yoga balls and just little things that like, we don't want them all out in the open all the time. So having a place where we can store things was really important. The shakers though, clean, classy, but the gorgeous matte bronze, or like brushed bronze door handles to go with the shaker cabinets. It's matte, it's clean, it's so just nice and also easy to clean. And again, very much matches and is cohesive with the office. So we love that. Dennis and I definitely have this idea of like having our friends here and having like fun events and wellness little moments and events here. So like I can put product here and I can put snacks and drinks and things like that. So it's nice to have also a surface cabinet to work with, which we initially did not have before. And again, we have custom Roman shades that drop down and are so beautiful and so classy. And I'm so proud of the space. It's so gorgeous.
One thing that we're going to be doing, so as I said, this is like 8% done. We're going to put our motto, self-care isn't selfish, just as a reminder to people to, you know what I mean, put yourself first and treat yourself. And actually this place, even though it's a studio, we actually plan to incorporate drop downs, banners, and some lighting features on the wall so we can do product shots. So this is going to be a great space for both product and lifestyle shots.
Yeah, that's enough of Ignite. It's hot as hell in here. I'm in the mood for love. So let's go to the next spot. So this is where we love, because we love being on the toilets. Gentlemen, yes. Shout out to Gut Health. This is our new bathroom. No, I'm not even joking. Like, this office has truly experienced a makeover. This has been the most transformative part, I would say, of this remodel because one, again, we ripped out the floor. So the oak wood floor continues from the office straight into the bathroom. Shout out to Ruggable for our gorgeous new rug. Rug is great. We changed the gold fixtures because of course it had to match every other finish in the office. First thing, we had to get rid of the mirror that was here. The mirror was crazy. It was out of control. So now we have this clean, modern, again, like more reflective of where we wanted to take the office aesthetic. The mirror is clean, it's really simple. It's not nearly as ornate as some of the fixtures in my house, but it is still beautiful nonetheless. My favorite part though is the countertop. Now I need my home decor girlies to tap in. What do y'all know about Taj Mahal? Because it's exactly what this finish is called. It's quartz, by the way. So it is low maintenance, it's not porous, and it just looks absolutely stunning. And we changed of course, our sinks, gold. I think gold on the Taj Mahal finish look really pretty together. We swapped out our cabinetry for these white shakers and the gold hardware, again, brushed gold. Now let me show you the shower. So of course we had to extend and follow the Taj Mahal journey in here. And let me show you something that I love. Baby, this right here is the money maker. When they cut into the tile, the quartz, whatever the texture is, I love that because I can put my stuff there, but I don't have to add a caddy. I don't have to worry about things suctioning and falling off, bitch. I don't gotta worry about none of that. It's just clean, it's effortless, and it looks stunning. And I really, mind you, this is my first time actually seeing the shower and the hardware. Like, I've seen the shower, but I never peeped the hardware. That's nice, it's really classy. Another additional really special part of this bathroom is there is a sauna. So let me show you the sauna, which you've probably already seen my sauna. You know I love making TikToks in my sauna. So this already was the sauna. We did not build this, this came with the house, but I really like this bamboo design. It's just really cool. And it's frosted, so you can't see in, you can't see out. We changed the hardware, which is again brushed gold. This is one of Dennis's picks, so shout out to Dennis. And it's kind of small in here, but I'll just show you guys a little peek. And no matter how long we live here, it always still smells like fresh wood, which I love because it makes me, I don't know, it just makes me feel like it's clean. So yeah, and I try to use my sauna as often as possible, especially post-workout. There's just something about sweating and then coming in here and sweating some more. We love it. And now, welcome to the comfort portion of the office. One of my favorites, okay? Because this isn't a regular bar. It's the Forever Mood fragrance bar. How could we not have a fragrance bar? The idea is basically to just have back stock of all of our perfume bottles. And we want this to be more like the aesthetic portion of the office where we can do fragrance content on Instagram Live and TikTok Live. Like, the idea is just for it to kind of just be all of the perfumes on display looking beautiful and gorgeous behind us while we mix and play and socialize. And this is more, yeah, like the social part of the office. So I'm really excited to see how this will continue to unfold as we actually get our products. We didn't talk about the built-ins. This is the meat and potatoes, baby, because we had absolutely no storage in the first office version. And so the first thing that we wanted to address in this project was having some sort of really intentional, keyword intentional, built-in storage system that not only worked for us as we work, but also like looked good, because let's be honest, everything gotta look good. And here we have the biggest part of the office, which is again this built-in. First thing, the shakers, once again, they make their appearance. Wood, thick, sturdy, baby, like your girl, thick and sturdy, okay? Because she been in a gym, period. It's nice and matte, smooth, clean. I told Fevin I don't want no shiny finishes. Shiny is distracting. Like, the marble is gonna be shiny, so you get a little bit of that, bam, that wow. But I wanted the woodwork and the cabinetry to be in the background, whereas the products are really what you see when you look at this display shelf. But I wanted this to look kind of like an apothecary, like a market, you know what I mean? Like, I can grab one and go. Like, it may not always be even. The designs aren't symmetric. There's decor and there's also products. So it's a little bit of both. I just wanted it to look pretty, almost like you visited like your favorite store, your favorite little niche store. So yeah, this is stunning, and I'm so glad that we added function, but also pretty aesthetic elements too. Well, I'm getting tired, y'all, but we are gonna wrap this up, and I think I have the perfect spot to do just that. Our new couch. If you live in LA, you know Restoration Hardware. Restoration Hardware is expensive, but the one thing that they don't tell you is there's 2 outlets here in LA, okay? They always have couches. This couch was one of them, but it looked completely different. It was time for a makeover. And the material that we have now is custom to us. So it was definitely a bit of an investment, but it was worth it because it looks so good. And let me tell you something, I'm an RH girl. They don't got this finished there. They don't got this finished. This is nice, RH. If you want the, if you want the swatch, I got you. I'm gonna charge you though, but I got you. And one of my favorite parts of this area, as we're getting cozy, are the pillows. Like, the logo, literally our custom logo. I want you to see a close-up of the pillow texture though. It's this like blended boucle / waffle combination. It's a little bit of both. Very sturdy. I love this couch. It's soft. It almost feels a little bit like suede. I know it's not suede, but it feels a little soft and I just want to pet it, and it's really, really dense. So it's comfy and cozy. This is another ruggable rug. This one is a little bit more cool toned, I would say, but it blends in so well. Very soft. I will say it is very, very soft, but sturdy, because that matters too. When you're working and people are walking around, you definitely don't want a rug that requires a lot of maintenance. But that is pretty much it. Like, I showed you guys most of the most important parts of this office, what it represents. I would say my final takeaway is that the newly renovated Forever Mood headquarters really are like a mood board brought to life. This is our extension of our home, but functional. And knowing how much our team, how hard they work, we try to also put their functionality at the forefront too. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the new Forever Mood offices. This was the first tour I've ever done of its kind on my channel. So this was really exciting, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It has been such an honor to be able to create products that all of you know and love. And I'm so proud that I now get to show you the space that most of these creative ideas come from. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys love it. And thank you so much for watching.